Welcome back. I'm Blake Levine. George Hallis once said, "Nobody who ever gave his best regretted it." Take that how you will. Call it a revenge game, call it another game, but today meant a lot to the city of New Orleans and its fan base. The much-awaited rematch of the last year's controversial NFC Championship game, as the New Orleans Saints are in Los Angeles to face the Rams. In first quarter, Saints up 3-0. Breeze back to pass, throws it incomplete, but the bigger concern, Breeze's right hand hits it off the hand of Aaron Donald. The Rams' defensive tackles, Breeze would have the hand looked at, taped up, but he did not return to the game. Look at him try to grip this football. He can't even grip the ball. Teddy Bridgewater replacing him from there. Second quarter now tied. Saints go on 4th and 1 from their own 48, and the Saints' Alvin Kamara is going to get stopped for a no game. The Rams would convert a field goal in third quarter now. Tied at 6. Rams' Todd Gurley is going to go around the left side, and Curley gets in for the 40-yard touchdown. Saints injured and beaten 27-9. Over in Washington, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys taking on the Washington Redskins on the road. We're going to kick you off in the first quarter with the Redskins threatening, but not threatening anymore. Adrian Peterson's going to do what he does best, scoring TDs, taking it from 1 yard out. AP past Jim Brown on the all-time touchdown list. Skins up 7-0. Moving to the second quarter, same score. Dak is going to show those haters you can throw. The haters going to hate. Prescott to Devin Smith for the 51-yard score. Game tied. Now to the third. Cowboys up 14-7 here. Dak, you dropped something. Looks like those are dimes. Another dart this time to Amari Cooper for the 10-yard score to go up 14 and propel them to win 31-14. Moving to the college ranks, the Delta Statesmen came up short this weekend against the number 10 ranked Grand Valley State. Leading in the fourth, the green and white could not hold on to lead, turning the ball over late, eventually losing 28-24. Let's take a deeper dive into the numbers. The Statesmen controlled the running game, winning the yardage battle 230-76. They did lose the passing game 258-113. The Statesmen's defense came ready to play, however, intercepting the ball 3 times, including 1 for a score. Maybe the most noticeable stat, Delta State was only 5 for 17 on third down. Mississippi State also taking a loss this weekend at home versus Kansas State, 31-24. The Bulldogs didn't have their starter QB, Tommy Stevens, for most of the game, but Coach Joe Moorhead is not making excuses, trying to stay as positive as he can, but he says his team needs to get more consistent.
We never question our kids' effort, but we got to make sure we're executing the plays at critical junctures of the game. So certainly disappointed in the loss. Had some opportunities there in the second half to put the thing away and weren't able to do it. We got to come in tomorrow and correct the film and have a short memory and get ready to move on to our SEC opener.
The Bulldogs take on Kentucky next week at home. And the fortunes for Ole Miss were a little better. The Rebels won at home 40-29 over FCS Southeastern Louisiana. While winning is always good, Coach Matt Luke says his team didn't feel like they played very well against an FCS opponent.
We don't have any excuses. That's my responsibility to have the guys up there ready to play. I don't think we played up to our standard, but again, I think you got to give them credit.
The Rebels host 3-0 Cal next Saturday. And here are some quick scores from around the state and region. Alcorn State, well, they won by 3 over McNeese, and Tennessee State, they lost going to Jackson State. And Southern Miss also taking care of business, beating Troy on the road 47-42. And that will do it for sports.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Blake.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us this weekend. Have a great week, and we'll see you next weekend.